Because he let him play the whole damn preseason.
Look at Sam Bradford this preseason.
Gump.
Look at him during the year.
Exactly.
Ryan Mallett was horrible. He is horrible.
He still is horrible.
He still is horrible.
Belichick made him look terrific while he was starting preseason. He was starting preseason games because Tom Brady doesn't play. In the third game, he was throwing yards.
You don't have to do that no more.
He made him look great.
I mean, Chip Kelly had Sam Bradford looking great this
season.
No,
he did not. Sam Bradford looked like doo-doo.
In the preseason?
Sam Bradford looked like doo-doo. Sam Bradford has always looked like doo-doo.
In the preseason this year? Are you serious?
He looked like doo-doo.
No. I don't know what Sam Bradford you was watching this preseason.
The same Bradford that sucks. That's the Sam Bradford I was watching. The same Bradford that wants $25 million to play doo-doo quarterback. That's the Sam Bradford I'm watching. He's horrible. He's always been horrible. He's not a good NFL quarterback. I can see that shit with my own eyeball.
All right, who needs a bigger impact, Gronkowski or Edelman in this game? And I start with Steve. Who needs to have a bigger impact?
I'm sorry. I didn't even hear your question, man. I'm so sorry.
All right, who needs to have a bigger impact out of Gronkowski and Edelman for the Patriots?
I'd almost say Edelman, but I'm gonna go with the tight end set, Gronkowski. I love Gronk, man. He's a beast, bro. And I think he's have a great game if he's can be completely healthy and just he's gonna get the 1-2 punch to Edelman. So I mean, I really believe Gronk's the difference maker. I mean, Edelman's gonna get his yards, but Gronkowski's really be the guy. I mean, he's got the big body. Who's gonna cover him and really just do damage against the guy? I mean, he just pushes off defenders like they're like fluffy teddy bears and get off him while he's running away. He's a tough guy to stop.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be Gronkowski.
Okay. Your thoughts on that, Mike?
I mean, I would say Gronkowski because he's going to open up the field for everybody else. Whether or not he makes all the big catches, he just needs to get open and make sure he just stays out of those, away from the refs, because he's a target because of how big he is. It just looks bad every time because it looks so unfair. Like, what I mean? It's like when like an elementary school kid wants to play tackle football with the high school kids. Like they might just be tackling like they regularly do, but when you tackle the little kid, it's like, God damn, take it easy. But that's Gronk's gift and curse right there. So I just think he's going to rely on him, not necessarily just always making all the big catches, but just opening the field and just drawing all the attention that he needs to. He'll get the catches that he needs to get. Brady and him will connect when they need to, and that'll open up everything else for Edelman. And hey, maybe we might have a running back again, in this game. So I think I put that on Gronk more than Edelman. But I mean, it's tomato at this point with them two.
Yeah. Your thoughts, Kevin?
It's easy. It's Gronk for one simple reason. He ain't gonna get bump and run coverage like the rest of them are gonna get. The Broncos are going to bump and run to outside receivers, taking away the little short passes. The only guy that's going to get open for a short pass is Gronk.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on Gronkowski. Gronkowski is he's just a matchup nightmare, as you other three has stated, and it's going to be crazy. Now Edelman is going to definitely spread that field out a little bit. And Chris Harris Jr. is about a shoulder injury, so he's not 100%. But
yeah, so they don't know if he's going to play or not.
Yeah, but they say he's going to play. They don't. You don't know how effective he's going to be, man. And I really need that guy to be effective because that's definitely our best corner on our team right there. So yeah, I'm going with Gronk on that. All right, on the flip side for Denver, y'all probably this might be one side, but I'm gonna ask this question anyways and see what y'all say. Who need to win this game for Denver? Would it be Peyton Manning or would it be Denver's defense? And I'll go ahead and start, Kevin.
Oh, yes. Who's going to win the game for Denver?
Or who need to?
If Denver wins the game, who's going to win the game for Denver?
Or who needs to? Or that too.
Well, who needs to is Peyton's going to have to need to win the game. Who's going to, if Denver wins, they're going to have to get a turnover on defense. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to limit New England. They're going to have to bump and run to wide receivers, take away those short little out routes. Don't let them pick you. Make sure you got somebody actually staying in halfway decent range of Gronk, mm-hmm. and get your pass rushers home any way you can. And their defense is going to have to. I mean, they're going to, but Peyton's the one that needs to actually show up. Which asking Peyton to show up right now is like asking a lot.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
Actually, the most better thing is asking somebody to hold on to a damn football.
Oh my God, yes. All right, your thoughts on this, Mike? If Denver is to come win this game, who needs to win this game for them? Would it be Peyton or would it be their defense?
It'll be majority of their defense, and honestly, I think the majority of defense, they're gonna have to stop the Patriots, man, because we put up points like it's nothing, like they drive up the field. And even in that first game earlier this season, when all the weapons were out there, or the weapons that they came in with, they were having no problem putting up points. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So Denver's gonna need to keep that in range, because they're gonna need to play the same game they were playing in this first 6 couple games. Defense gonna need to keep them in range so that Peyton can keep the score just slightly above what Tom Brady and company's gonna do. Do I think it's gonna happen? Oh, of course not. But if we're having pipe dreams right now, if we think we're gonna win the Powerball and all that kind of stuff, and we're just making dreams out of nowhere, yeah, sure. The Broncos defense is gonna stop us. Yeah, right.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
Wow, suck penis nuts.
Oh boy.
Hey, facts. Four rings, 6 appearances. I mean, come on now.
Go ahead,
At what
Steve.
point do I give the guy credit?
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I actually enjoy listening to him talking. He's talking to him like that. No, really, it's a little bit of both. Denver's got a great defense, but what it boils down to, can you stop Tom Brady and you stop that offense too? The one thing I want to see is Peyton Manning.
You there, Steve? I think you done dropped a little bit. I think you might be a Jonas Storm over there at Steve's house.
Called baby puke.
Oh, man. Let me see here. Let me add him back in a little bit and see what he got. I know he was going to a point and he just strictly dropped.
It's really gonna have to boil down to will the defense of the Broncos beat the Patriots? Can they stop them enough? Can they make enough plays to stop Tom Brady, Gronk, Edelman? Can they do that? Can they force them to do something other than what they've been doing all year? And also, what you're going to look forward to is, can Peyton Manning win a big game? I mean, he had the one Super Bowl where he played great, but other than that, if you go back and watch the guy, he really does choke it out in the postseason. He's a great regular season quarterback. When it comes to the big games, he tends to not really live up to the hype. So I want to see if Peyton Manning cannot choke this game, put it on his back, if he can, and he can win this game for the Broncos. I don't think he can, so I'm going to leave it on the Denver Broncos, see if they can, but I don't think Denver Broncos are going to be able to.
All right, for me, I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be the...
Didn't I say he was a smart man?
All right, for me, it's going to be the Denver's defense. To me, you have to put pressure on them. We do have the definitely the linebackers to put the pressure on them, Von Miller and Ware. So I believe that we can get the pressure on them and force a turnover. I do think that game that they played against Steelers, they just kind of, as soon as they heard some of these players was out, they just didn't play down their competition. I do believe Denver's better than that, and they will show up against the Pats here and do a better effort there. They do know that they're playing the great Tom Brady, so they're going to bring it. As long as you get pressure on Tom, the offensive line is still a little bit shaky for me. They got Peyton here, so Peyton's got to do his part and just manage to. I hate to call him a game manager now, but that's basically what he is because of his age. But he still can definitely deliver some passes. I felt last week he put some passes on the money that some of these receivers cannot catch. I am looking at you, Demaryius Thomas. I'm looking at you, Emmanuel Sanders. I'm also looking at you, C.J. Anderson, out the backfield, that you had the run ready to go. You turned and you just forgot the ball. So these are the catches you have to make. When Peyton actually put the ball on time and in your hands, you have to catch these balls. Because as you know, he's older and he's definitely losing the velocity of the ball there. So once he's able to do that, please catch the ball for me. But I believe that definitely Denver's going to get a turnover on that. So I do believe is that the Denver defense need to take advantage of the running back situation for the Patriots. They're down to who God knows what string they're on. Probably like their 7,000 string running back, and they're still making this sign somewhat successful. But you got to take advantage of that. And
they didn't even fucking run the ball last week.
Yeah, they didn't even run the ball last week. So I mean, they definitely put their running back out as a slot. So
Steven Jackson got 5 carries.
Yeah, so I mean, as long as you don't let the running game get too crazy and everything like that, this Denver defense is going to have to show up. And I'm not liking all the talking that my Broncos are doing right now. They got to chill out and realize that you're giving this team bulletin board material. Shut up and play the game. You're talented. I know you can beat this team. Go out there and play. All right. Next question is, which running back for the Broncos have a bigger impact? Will it be Ronnie Hillman or will it be C.J. Anderson? I'll go with you, Kevin.
Either one of them. It's 1A and 1B with them two. One game, one of them has the big game. Another one has the big game. Both of them are going to have to have. Both of them are equally as important to me in this game as each other. There's no one has to have a better game than the other one. Both of them have equal importance in this game because they're going to be what they're relying upon. Because we all know Bill likes taking away what you do best, taking it away and making you beat them with something else.
Yeah.
They're going to have to beat them with something else, and that something else is going to have to be, they're going to try to limit both of these guys and make Peyton beat them because that's what it's come down to now is Peyton having to beat them. What the big key is the offensive line for the Broncos.
Yeah.
That's the key to this ball game. The offensive line for the Denver Broncos is going to be the big key. If they can get one of these guys going, no matter who it is, they've got a really good chance of winning.
Yeah.
So I answered both questions. The Hillman question and who is your X factor.
Thank you.
My X factor is the Denver Broncos offensive line.
Boom. All right.
And just to let y'all know, Denver's probably going to win because we already rubbed the good luck of the show off on one of their players. So...
Yeah. Shout out to Max Garcia. He is a lineman for the Denver Broncos, and he was on the show. So, good luck to you, sir.
Hey.
I'll go and ask that question to you, Mike. As far as the Denver running game, which running back is more vital to their success?
I mean, I compare the CJ Anderson and Ronnie Hillman duo to the Kyle Orton, Jay Cutler trade, man. I can't even tell the difference. Like, the first 3 years when that trade happened, I didn't even know who was where. It was like the same guy. But, I think it's just going to be collective. They just both have to make sure they produce. I don't think either one of them is going to have some kind of one-man breakout AP type of game where, it's going to be like maybe 60 yards a piece per running back, maybe averaging at least like 3.5, 4 yards a carry, so they can keep pushing those chains, and Peyton doesn't have to, throw long balls to, convert like long third downs and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Because if they put him in that position, Belichick, knowing Peyton the way that he does, and Peyton's postseason, record up to this date, they're gonna have to just produce equally. It's not gonna be a competition between them, like which one has a more effective game. Just don't screw it up, pretty much either one of you.
Yeah, pretty much. Steve, your thoughts on the running back committee of the Broncos? Which one had to have a bigger impact?
I don't think anyone's going to have a great of an impact, just so long as they can hold on to the ball. They don't really have to really be dramatically effective. If they can open it up a little bit, maybe create enough time, or just open up the passing game for the bobblehead, he may be able to have a good game. But I don't think there's really an X factor when it comes to that. I mean, the offensive line is really going to have to produce. They're really going to have to open up holes. But neither one of these guys are really going to wow me. I think it's going to be pass heavy. You know what I mean? But they're going to sprinkle in a little bit of run. And if they can be effective with it, good for them. You still lose.
Okay. Me, in my opinion, I'm going to go with C.J. Anderson. He actually had a great game against them when they matched up in November. He ran for 80 yards that game, total 170 yards from this committee. So this is one thing that you can expose from the Patriots. Their run defense is not as good as it's been in the past. Chandler Jones, I believe he's bound to injury. Not sure if he's playing or not.
He's battling smoking synthetic marijuana.
Got you, something like that.
That's what he was battling.
But you got this running game here. That
Glad he
I don't see what I mean. I'm from New England too. I don't know why he didn't just call me. I got a few plugs out here, man. You don't have to go do that.
Shit, his brother's got all the cocaine you would want. Why the fuck did he have to go and mess with that shit?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. We have better than that out here. Come on, I'm more so disappointed in his lack of resources. I'm not even mad that you smoked weed. Like, how are you gonna smoke that trash though?